brace yourselves, the world is shifting faster than a TikTok trend. From rogue immigration raids to the return of deadly diseases, this episode of X News Now will blow your mind. Show neon logo with storm background. Downtown, Los Angeles descended into chaos as immigration raids sparked protests that devolved into looting sprees. While protesters clashed with troops deployed by Trump, opportunistic looters smashed storefronts of major chains like Apple and Adidas, but also targeted small family-owned businesses. One shop owner had to take a 2 a.m. bus through the mayhem just to find his store ransacked. With shattered glass littering the streets, the only clear message is one of panic and property damage. Per Fox News, this began as a protest against immigration crackdowns, but quickly spiraled out of control. Can protests ever justify looting and destruction of property? Amid the chaos in LA, the Department of Homeland Security is standing firm, vowing that federal law enforcement will not bend the knee to lawlessness. DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin praised officers and troops for their professionalism and patriotism in the face of protesters burning American flags and taunting them. With the National Guard deployed and a 13% defense budget increase, DHS warns it has the capability to handle contingencies. Is DHS's hardline stance on immigration justified or too extreme? Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is taking aim at protests targeting immigration officers, accusing groups funded by people like Soros of trying to incite attacks on law enforcement just for doing their job. In a fiery statement, DeSantis declared, "This isn't Los Angeles, this is the free state of Florida. You don't have the right to opt out of federal immigration law." His forceful stance highlights the deepening political divide over immigration policies. Are concerns over Soros-backed groups valid or partisan fear-mongering? In a win for privacy, the XChat messaging app is rolling out a new feature that lets you completely disable screenshots and screen recordings in private chats. If someone tries to capture your messages, all they'll see is a blank screen warning, "Screenshots disabled." With a simple toggle, your conversations are locked down tighter than Fort Knox. As concerns over data privacy escalate, this power move by XChat gives users full control over their digital footprint. Is XChat's anti-screenshot feature a game-changer or an overreaction? In a disturbing throwback, typhoid fever cases just hit record highs in the UK, with 702 infections reported in 2024 alone. This nasty bacterial disease, which killed Prince Albert in 1861, is typically spread through contaminated food and water. Most new cases are linked to travel from India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. While starting with flu-like symptoms, typhoid can rapidly escalate to organ failure and death without treatment. Compounding the crisis, a drug-resistant strain from Pakistan is on the rise, and there's no vaccine for the related paratyphoid infection. UK health officials urge travelers to get vaccinated, avoid risky foods, and stick to bottled water. How concerned should we be about the resurgence of ancient diseases? The European Union isn't letting up on Russia, unveiling its 18th round of sanctions aimed at crippling Moscow's war machine. The latest package bans transactions with the idled Nord Stream pipelines, targets banks dodging sanctions, and slashes the G7 oil price cap from $60 to $45 per barrel to choke Russia's energy profits. Brussels also blacklisted 33 entities, including shadow shipping operators from Russia, UAE, Mauritius, and Hong Kong, suspected of sanctions busting. As the conflict grinds on, the EU is doubling down on economic warfare. Will the mounting sanctions break Russia's resolve or backfire? That brutal work grind may be doing more than just stressing you out. It could be physically remodeling your brain. A new study using MRI scans found people working over 52 hours per week had visible changes in brain regions tied to memory, focus, and emotional control. Rather than a productivity boost, these changes may be your brain's desperate attempt to cope with chronic overwork stress. Enlarged areas like the middle frontal gyrus and insula could lead to trouble focusing, mood swings, and impaired decision-making down the line. While more research is needed, When combined with Overwork's links to heart disease and depression, the signs aren't good. That dream promotion may come at the cost of your gray matter. Is Overwork an unavoidable reality or a health crisis in disguise? A group of Dutch citizens sparked international backlash by setting up their own illegal roadside immigration checks near the town of Ter Apel. With no authority, they stopped cars looking for asylum seekers, playing police without badges or training. While Dutch officers monitored the situation, Germany's interior minister condemned the phenomenon, warning it could escalate if not stopped. The head of Germany's police union criticized the Netherlands' response as too soft, stating vigilante border patrols never end well. As immigration tensions rise, the Dutch government urged citizens to let professionals handle enforcement. Are citizen border patrols a dangerous overreach or justifiable activism? In a ceremony steeped in tradition, London Mayor Sadiq Khan received a knighthood from King Charles at Buckingham Palace. The Labour politician, now Sir Sadiq, made history by winning an unprecedented third term leading the British capital. Surrounded by swords, titles, and royal backdrops, Khan called the honour truly humbling for a man who grew up in a Tooting council estate. As the first Muslim to lead a European capital city of global significance, Sir Sadiq's knighthood marks a milestone for British diversity and inclusion. From raging protests to rogue border patrols, and even the return of Victorian-era diseases, this episode packed a punch. But the biggest shock may be the threat of Overwork literally remodeling our brains. Drop a comment and let us know which story blew your mind the most. Then smash that like button, hit subscribe with notifications on, and buckle up for tomorrow's thrill right here on X News Now, where reality is more insane than fiction. Show collage of today's stories.